Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back, and I have a book haul for you, people. And yeah, as I said before, I did quite a lot of book online book ordering a few weeks ago, and actually also all of them haven't arrived yet. I have a few coming next week, but I thought, you know what? I have a good bunch to show you now. Let's show them to you now. Um, Also thinking like, should I? Yeah. So I did a sprint on Wednesday where I talked about my vacation, but maybe you didn't catch that sprint. So you know what? Right now, before we start to show you books, I'm keeping on the edge of your seats. No, I'm going to talk about a bit about my vacation because why not? You might be interested to hear how it was. So as I said before, I went with my family, my parents, my three sisters, and also my nibblings or my oldest nibblings. So, kind of weirdly, all of my sisters got pregnant in 2018. So they all have 7 year olds this year. So there's four 7 year olds in my family, or in that age generation. So we went to Finland together, and before I used to say like before the trip, I used to tell people I was going to Helsinki for a weekend, which I realized afterwards was a lie. It was fib. So, I mean, yes, I took the plane to Helsinki, but mostly I was in Naantali, which is the town where Moomin country is. So I was there for 2 days, or 3 nights, 4 nights, 3 nights. We came there on last Thursday, and then we went to Helsinki on Sunday. So yeah, sorry, 3 nights then and 2 days. So on Friday we went to Moomin Country, which honestly I quite liked. It wasn't as impressive as Astrid Lindgren's World, but it was still nice. They had like both. They had theater both in Swedish but also in Finnish. I mean, we were in Finland after all. But also, in case you didn't know, Finnish also actually has two official languages. Finnish. Finland actually has two official languages: Finnish and Swedish. They used to be a part of Sweden for many, many years, so that's kind of logical. Even though, I mean, they were part of Russia after they're part of Sweden, so that kind of doesn't really make sense in my head. But they were part of Russia, I feel like, for 100 years, while they were part of Sweden for 600, so I suppose it kind of makes a bit more sense. But anywho, so on Friday we went to Moomin Country. We went to two theaters. One was like singing and also sketch thingy, and one was just the guy kind of reading out loud a story. Honestly, the second one wasn't as good. I kind of wondered if he was like a temp or it was his first day or something because he was just very unsure of himself. So that was interesting. But also, like in addition to doing that, we also found like a nice beach that we hung out a bit at, and then we had some lunch also, and then we kind of just walked around. I feel like honestly, it was just kind of for me. Yes, the theater itself at Moving Country wasn't amazing, but I would say like the other thing is kind of um measured up for it. So other stuff was still good. So it wasn't that sad that the theater wasn't amazing as it was last year in Astrid Lindgren's World. But also, yeah. So like for example, we found a place where they have like this labyrinth, so you have to find your way out. So it was fun. And then there was like one place at the path where you kind of be showered in water or like rain. So that was kind of fun. So yeah, I honestly I quite enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. Mm. So we did that, and then on Saturday we just end up being like in town, like yeah, town. It's not a city. It's just a small summer town, really, seaside place. It's actually the most popular summer town in Finland, and I couldn't understand that because there was charming houses and it was had a nice neighbor, nice harbor, whatnot. So I quite like it there. Yeah. So that was nice. And yeah, and then me and my sisters went to some thrift shopping, thrift books, thrift stores, which is fun. I didn't end up buying anything, but honestly, I just like watching thrift stores. I don't really have to buy anything there. I just like love watching all the cool old style books, no books and things and whatnot. So I still enjoyed it. And then yeah, Saturday evening was the big game between Norway and what was it again? It was Norway and no, it wasn't Brazil because that's recently. Norway and yeah, it was a football match. I didn't really care. Everyone else cared. Everyone else was so excited for the match. I did not care. So I just went into my room and just read my book. And then every few minutes, like just all the sounds people who care so much for football. I mean, yes, when I read, I do sometimes make sounds, but yeah, honestly, I never really gotten like the interest for football. Honestly, also for me, sports in general, it's just kind of a ball that goes back and forth. It's not interesting, not in my mind at least. So I suppose it's kind of also weird that I love Huge Demand, but I mean, it's not that much about football. It's more about feminism and whatnot. But, but yeah. And then on Sunday, we all went away from Natalie, which was the town we were in, or Nordendal, which is what it's called in Swedish. They usually have like a Swedish and a Finnish name for places. Me and my parents went to Helsinki for 2 nights, and then my sisters went back home to Norway. So we said our goodbyes, or like we took one bus together with two of my sisters, but that the other sister has to take like an earlier bus. And then yeah, Monday we went around Helsinki, and yeah, I would say it's a very nice town. I would recommend going there if you want to. I would also honestly I would recommend just doing like a weekend just in Helsinki. Like we did a whole day there. We didn't have more than one day there. But I still would say like well one day, and we got there around like 5 o'clock in the evening on Sunday, so we had some time on Sunday. But yeah, I mean mostly I one day. So yeah, I would definitely go back to Helsinki. I liked it a lot. I mean, I did see a lot, yeah, but I feel like if you take like a weekend there and you can have time to see more and whatnot. There was lots of buildings that kind of look like old Russian style, like majestic palace-ish style buildings. A nice, well, at least one nice park. And then yeah, I mean, a moving store around every corner, more or less. Marimekko also had lots of stores, so of course, but yeah, it was nice. We didn't really end up eating any finished food. I mean, I suppose it's not always that you end up eating local food when you are places. So the first night, Sunday, we ate at a Georgian place, and they had just the best bean soup. I loved it so much. It was beans and walnuts. It was so tasty. And then on Monday, we ended up going to Latin American restaurants. So it was kind of fun. They had stuff from Peru, from Cuba, from yeah, all around. So that was nice going there. I loved it. I mean, I have lived in Latin America, so it always has a special place in my heart. But yeah, now for the good stuff. Not that talking about what I did wasn't good, but yeah, let's show you the books. I was maybe you might curious. Did you buy any books in Finland? I didn't. Because as I actually said, I only had hand luggage, so I didn't really have place for books, sadly. I had some books with me, but I didn't buy any new books. I bought some souvenirs, but yeah, no new books there, no. But also, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I actually found one bookstore, but again, we didn't really have space for books, so I didn't buy anything. But yeah, the books that I have gotten lately. Let's start here. A Love Beyond Reasonable Doubt by Swati Hedge. I actually got this in the mail yesterday and ended up picking up and have already read it. And yeah, can safely say this is an amazing book. Highly recommend it. It's a contemporary romance set in India. The whole book is set in India, both main characters are Indian. So that's, at least for me, that's the first. I love that aspect about it. But it wasn't. I feel like sometimes when you read a book that's set completely in a different country, it's like, well, in a country that's not US or UK, you feel like, am I going to be confused? It's all going to be weird. A lot of stuff I don't know. Here, it wasn't like there was a lot of quirky Indian stuff. Not that that couldn't have been cool, but like, I mean, depending on what book you're going to get to, but like, sometimes you just want to relax. But this was just a cute romance set in India. I didn't really feel like I need to know anything about India before reading it, and I do feel like I learned a bit when I'm reading it, but also, yeah, just a great romance. I suppose if you would ask me, I would say it's like their second chance romance. They meet again after I've met earlier, so it's kind of like two timelines and stuff like that. And it's also they're both lawyers, so it's kind of a bit of a mystery plotline to it as well. And yeah, honestly, I think I might be doing an own review of this book, so stay tuned for that. And I also have As Long as You Load Me, Can't Help Faking in Love, Match Me If You Can, all by the same author as this book. So yeah, I went on a bit of a buying sprint, just buying all the books by her. I found her randomly on Bookstagram and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna read those books. Like I've seen this on list of like books coming up this year, romance books this year. And I've also seen this on list. I feel like maybe I've seen these two as well, but I feel like I've seen these two most prominently. And yeah, now having read one of her books, looking forward to reading her other books. Then we have The League of Dangerous Young Ladies by J.A. Morgenstern, which I have already read through NetGalley. I also have a review of it, but I've read it on NetGalley as an ebook. I wanted it as a physical book, so now I have it physical. I mean, I do booktube, I do Instagram. I feel like it's kind of. I mean, I have NetGalley, so I read ebooks now. I feel like it's kind of nice to have physical books, so you can feel like that's kind of easier to take pictures of and show off in videos and whatnot. So yeah. Also, this is the first in the series. And then we have Can't Resist Her by Kiana Alexander. So some of these I might have shown in a sprint, but I haven't shown them in my video. So if you don't watch my sprints, here are the video books, and if you do, I'll show them to you again. But yeah, this is a sapphic romance by African American author. And yeah, I think I just kind of Googled authors of color and I found this author. And then, yeah, bought this one. Then we have Romantic Hero by Kirsty Greenwood. This is all about a hero from the book coming to life. So, yeah, this, I would say, kind of one of my most anticipated books of the summer, I would say. It's kind of been on my radar and looking forward to it. And then we have Only a Monster by Vanessa Len, the first in a YA trilogy. It's monsters, but it's also time travel. So, yeah, looking forward to it. I did start this actually on audio, but I didn't vibe with the audio at all. So, now I have it. And then we have All the Best for the Future by Greg James in paperback. So, it has an included extra chapter. And I actually bought one, two, three of them because sometimes when you buy stuff online, you go crazy. At least I do. But also, like, I feel like this is just such a good book. I feel like it's kind of a good book just to have in my arsenal. To, like, if people want, like, I want a book, or like, I have a birthday, or like, I need a book, I can just read this book. This is so amazing. I mean, I do have some people in my life, like outside the internet, who read. It's not like I know only people readers on the internet, but some of them mostly read in Norwegian. Though I have one friend who reads in English, so I think I might give it to her. And then, yeah, who knows? And then we have Breakout by Angie Thomas, Ashley Woodfolk, Nicola Yoon. Tiffany Jackson, Nick Stone, and Donnelly Clayton. So this is all about uh, rich kids play. Someone has to pay. So I feel like this. Someone like it's a heist story, I believe. It's a YA heist story, and the people here wrote also Blackout and Whiteout, which I both enjoyed. So this seems like a fun book. And then we have The Heiress Gets a Duke by Harper St. George. I have not read anything by Harper St. George yet, but I do want to. And this cover just looks so gorgeous, and also I like that it's smaller, cute. It's not like completely massive paperback, but still smaller than like this one. So that's fun. Hmm. Hmm. Sorry. Then we have The Heiress at the Sea by Kirsty Caldwell. So this is a pirate romance. Looking forward to that. Mm, give me a little bit of a moment. I need some water. Then we have Margin of Error by Rachel Lacey, a sapphic romance set during this winter, I believe. I don't quite remember ordering this. Sometimes when I order stuff online, I do it like while I'm tired or like in the morning. So like when I open it, like I ordered this book. Didn't remember ordering that, but fun. So yeah, surprise to me. But yeah. Then we have The Undercover Errors by Catherine Tinley. I believe I ordered this because the errors in the title. I just like errors. So sometimes I just kind of go to places and just write in words like errors, time travel, or something like that, and just find books through that way, really random. And then we have The Kismet Connection by Anyana Devaranja, a YA book, YA romance book. Then we have The World Famous Nine by Ben Gutterson. This is a middle grade book, as you might have guessed. And I feel like it's the first in the series. Oh, and there's at least two books out, I saw. So yeah, I ordered this because I feel like the cover just looks so pretty. So yeah. Then we have two movies that I actually also got. Well, I'm gonna do it all at the same time. I actually got three movies. So we have Top Secrets, which is People Behind Airplane, which honestly I didn't love Airplane that I saw last year. But I still can't confused about Top Secrets, so got it. And then we have Spaceballs, which for some reason I ordered, even though I have it already. I don't quite know what I was thinking. Maybe I was thinking to give it to someone as a birthday present or something. I don't know. But now I have it in. Now I have it in DVD and on Blu-ray. Just it has special features. I don't quite know. Anyway, yeah. And then we have Fackham Hall, which came out last year. It's a parody historical movie, kind of like parody of Downton Abbey, and with like people like Catherine Waterson, Jimmy Carr. Jimmy Carr wrote it. Damien Lewis, Thomasin Mackenzie. Yeah, lots of people. Looking forward to seeing that. And then we have How the Wallflower Was Won by Eva Lee. I very much want to read Eva Lee. I haven't read anything by her yet, and I thought, yeah, let me get some books by her. So I have one book by her now. And then we have I Know How This Ends by Holly Smale, which came out last year. I haven't read it yet. Sorry, Holly, if you're watching. I don't know if you would watch. But yeah, I love Geek Girl and I love Cassandra in Reverse. So yeah, looking forward to this book. And then we have The Last Lady B, which I did already on audio, but now I have it physical. And also, the cover is so beautiful. So, yeah. And then we have A Load of Old Balls, of old balls by the QI history of sports by James Harkin and Anna Paczynski. So this is two of the people behind No Such Thing as a Fish, the QILs. So this is a book all about sports and anecdotes and weird things in sports. Now, am I a sports person? No. Do I care about the World Cup, the Olympics? No. Will I read anything if it's about weird things? Yeah. So yeah, I bought this. Also, I'm not quite sure. I might read it myself or I might give it to someone because I have some people in my life who like sports. But then again, like the one person I would maybe give it to, she's going to be moving, so I don't quite know. I haven't decided yet, but I have it anyway. Blah 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 blah. So we've been for those, been for those, been for those, and now we have those books. So we have Null Points by Tim Moore. So this book I have already read. I just got new books. I didn't expect that today. So unboxing time. But yeah, I have some other books first. So we have talked about this book. I have already read it, but I didn't own it. So yeah, I wanted to own it. This is a non-fiction book. All about people who got 0 points in a Eurovision final. So not people who didn't win, because I mean everyone who didn't win, but people who just got 0 points, no points at all. And so I suppose it's kind of a book about tackling, tackling, uh, tackling losing and how to move on and pick yourself up, back up again. And yeah, I would it. And also, there's actually two Norwegians in this book. Kind of sad. Also, one of the guys, like this guy here, Jan Teigen, he he's a big guy in Norway, but he is not a big guy in uh, Eurovision world. So that's kind of weird. I suppose sometimes the people in Eurovision are big in the home countries, but not big everywhere else. Who knows why? It just is. And then we have Duke of Pleasure by Elizabeth Hoyt. So yeah, I haven't read any Elizabeth Hoyt yet. I want to try her out. Duchess Hunt by Lorraine Heath. I want to read more by her. And then we have, I didn't put this out of the box, so I see it, but I didn't put them out. So we have the Indigo Spell, and then we have the Golden Lily. So in the Bloodline series. And then we have the Love Lines. So yeah, for some reason I couldn't find my copies, so I had to buy new ones. But I also realized I had the Indigo spell, so now I have action books. Maybe I'm gonna do a giveaway of this. Maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do, but yeah. And then we have the Time Traveling Duke by Bryn Donovan, which yeah, I got told on Bookstgram that I was going to be sent this by author, and then it never happened. So that's kind of annoying. But now I have it myself. So yeah. And then let's do some unboxing, shall we? Let me just find. I just channeled Dylan Green. I know. I have a knife. So, oh, let's do this knifey knife. I don't know what I'm saying. I am. Because I want to. First, we have bookmarks. Nice. Always nice. And then we have just have stuff. And then we have Sophie Jordan. How to Lose a Bride in One Night. I've read Sophie Jordan in like anthologies. I don't think I've read a whole book by her. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. And then we have Woman in White Coats. How the first woman with doctors changed the world of medicine. Non-fiction. It's also my jam. And then we have The Cradle of the Worlds by Jeremy Lachlan. So this is his trilogy. Quartet trilogy? Something like that. And then we have a couple more here. We have again the Magic with Lisa Kleypas. My Beautiful Enemy, Sherry Thomas. Dreaming of You, Lisa Kleypas, which is the Dave Craven book, which for some reason I thought I ordered before and then I didn't, so now I have it. Thief of Shadows, Elizabeth Hoyt. In Your Arms, Sophie Jordan. My Sacred Duke by Shannon Bennett. Okay, sorry, My Sacred Duke. Sacred. I suppose it could be sacred as well, but yeah. The Duchess in the Lorraine Heath. The Counterfeit Scoundrel, Lorraine Heath. Anyone can guess how much I love the first Lorraine Heath book I read. And then we have The Key of All Souls, a Jane Doe book by Jeremy Lachlan. So now I have, I believe, second and first. Or do I have that? I have some books in the series. I don't have all of it. I have ordered all of it anyway. So yeah. So what else? The book haul for today. As usual, have you bought any new books? Have you read any of these books? Do you want to? And hope you have a nice weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.